Hi guys, sometimes we have customers with a problem where the point pod is stuck up in the up position and it has no power. One way to tell whether the point pod has power is that there's a little green light on the USB module. If the green light's not illuminated, it means there's no power to the unit. The most common problem if the unit is stuck in the up position with no power is that it's tripped the overload. Now the overload switch will trip when the point pod is exceeded its maximum amount of current that it can have. So we are constricted by Australian law. We have to have the point pod set at 10 amps, which is 2400 watts. So if you're running too many appliances in the point pod, you'll find it'll trip the overload switch and it just needs to be reset. The way you can tell what your appliances are running is on the underside of your appliance. You can have a look and it'll tell you this Russell Hobbs kettle, it runs to a maximum of 2200 watts. So the kettle here is going to pretty much take the point pod close to its maximum. So I'm going to run that kettle now. So that'll end up taking the point pod up to 2200 watts, and which should be fine. The point pod will boil that kettle no problem. But if I was to plug the toaster in and then push the toaster down, then once the toaster starts drawing some power and the kettle's drawing more power, it'll end up tripping the point pod overload switch. As you can see, the point pod's just tripped, the toaster popped back up and the kettle stopped without finishing its boil. So that's because we've overloaded the unit, which means we have to unplug any appliance that's taking that over. And then what you'll find, this is a point pod unit we've got out of the bench at the moment. There's a little red switch on the bottom here. You just push that in and that's right to go. And that'll bring power back on and you'll be right to continue on using the point pod.